Chapter 2. The Skeletal and Muscular System. Introduction. The human body is a wonderful machine. It is composed of trillions of cells. Cells performing a common function are grouped together to form tissues. The tissues that carry out the same task form an organ. The group of organs that work together is called an organ system. Cells, tissues, organ system, body. You may categorize your body in different systems like skeletal system, circulatory system, muscular system, etc. The skeletal system. The skeletal system forms a rigid framework of the body. It gives both a shape and size to the body. The skeletal system or skeleton is made up of 206 bones. Soft tissues and organs of the body are attached with it. It provides support, shape and strength to the body, protects the internal organs and helps in the movement of the body parts. Bones and muscles. Bones and muscles helps in the movement of body parts. Bones are composed of tissues. They have nerves and blood vessels. Bones are hard from outside, but soft and spongy from inside. The soft tissue present in bone is called the bone marrow. This bone marrow is the manufacturing site of new blood vessels. Bones in the human body. Skull. The skull protects the brain. The skull of an adult human being generally contains 22 bones. All bones in the skull are fixed, except the lower jaw. The movable lower jaw enables us to eat and talk. The skull has sockets for delicate organs like eyes, ears, nose and mouth. Rib cage. Ribs are the flat, curved bones that are arranged to form a cage-like structure called the rib cage. A rib cage is formed by 12 pairs of curved bones called ribs. A long bone at the center of the chest called sternum holds the ribs together. The ribs are also attached to the backbone. However, the last two pairs of the ribs are not attached to the sternum, and so are called floating ribs. The ribcage protects our heart, lungs and some parts of stomach and kidneys too. Backbone. The backbone is also known as spine. They together form a vertebral column to protect the spinal cord. The backbone is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae. The spine of a human is curved and is shaped. It is flexible and help you to bend your body. It also maintains your balance only on two legs. The backbone protects the spiral cord. Limbs. Limb refers to an arm or leg of a person. In your body, you have two pairs of limbs, forelimbs or arms and hind limbs or legs. The arm has 3 more bones. 1. Humerus, upper arm bone. 2. Radius, lower arm bone. 3. Ulna, lower arm bone. Wrist, palm and fingers have a number of small bones. The leg also has 3 bones. 1. Femur, upper leg bone or thigh bone. 2. Tibia, lower leg bone. 3. Fibula, lower leg bone. The toe is also made up of many small bones. The thigh bone, femur, is the longest bone in the body. Your arms and feet have 26 bones each. Girdles. There is a pair of pectoral girdles that forms the shoulder and a pair of pelvic girdles that forms the hip. The upper limbs are attached to the pectoral girdle and the lower limbs to the pelvic girdle. Cartilage. Cartilage is an important structural component of the body. It is a firm tissue but is softer and much more flexible than bone. Cartilage is a connective tissue found in many areas of the body including joints between bones, ears and nose, between the vertebrae in the spine, ends of the ribs. Joints. A skeleton is made up of different bones that join together. The place where two bones meet and join is called a joint. Bones are held together at joints by bands of fibrous, elastic tissues called ligaments. The ligaments hold the bones at place and prevent them from getting apart. Types of joints. Immovable joints. Joints on the skull, breastbone and between the ribs do not move. They are called immovable joints. Movable joints. Movable joints allow certain movements between the bones they join. Cartilage is present between them, so that the bones do not rub against each other when moved. They are of 4 types. 1. Ball and socket joints. They allow body movements in many directions. In this kind of joints, one of the bones has a rounded head which is the ball. The other bone has a cup-like area known as the socket. The shoulder joint and hip joints are the examples of ball and socket joints. 2. Pivot joint. It allows the head to turn from side to side. It is found between the first and second cervical vertebrae directly under the skull. There is a rod-like bone that fits into a ring formed by another bone. 3. Hinge joint. It allows only back and forth movements. Such joints are present in the knees, elbow, fingers, and toes. 4. Gliding joint. It allows bones to slide against each other in a gliding motion. This kind of joint is found in the ankles and wrist. It is also present in the backbones. The muscular system. This system is made up of muscles. There are about 650 muscles in your body. They are attached to the bones by tissues called tendons. Muscles produce almost all body movements like bending your arms and knees, chewing your food, breathing, etc. How do muscles work? Muscles of the body can only pull, they cannot push. They are always present in pairs. They expand and contract to make a joint move. When one muscle contracts, the other relaxes. This allows us to perform various actions and movements. They take turns to pull on the bones at joint. The movement of the lower arm is dependent on a pair of muscles in upper arm. They are called biceps and triceps. When we lift our arms, the biceps relax and triceps contracts. Types of muscles. Muscular system consists of 3 different types of muscles. 1. Voluntary muscles. The muscles that you control yourself are called voluntary muscles. These muscles are found in the arms, legs and eyes. These muscles have stripes on them, just like the stripes on the body of zebra. That is why they are also called striated muscles. 2. Involuntary muscles. Muscles whose movements are not under your control are called involuntary muscles. They are controlled by the brain and spinal cord. These muscles are also called smooth muscles. They are found in our stomach, intestine, and blood vessels. 3. Cardiac muscles. These muscles are found in the heart. They are involuntary and work throughout the life without stopping or getting tired. You can make your muscles strong and keep them in good shape by exercising, playing, and maintaining correct posture.